Honestly, if somebody were to ask me what religion do I belong to, the answer is well, it's a religion without a name. So, first of all, Jai Shri Ram. We are all waiting for 22nd of January, and hopefully it will be a great event which many people will attend. Coming back to asking about what is the religion, I don't have a religion in the sense that my religion has no name. Well, it never had a name. It never had a founder. Can you spot one person to whom you can attribute the Hinduism to? Answer is no. Jainism you attribute to Mahavir, Buddhism to Buddha, Christianity to Christ, right? So all the Abrahamic religions all have a book which was written by the person or written about the person, right? So largely, therefore they are, you can trace the founder. Can you trace the founder to what we now call Hinduism? The answer is no. And Hindu also was a name given by somebody who passed by and said this is the Sindhu river, and they could not pronounce Sa, and so it became, or we could have been all called Sindhus, if not Hindus, right? So that's how we got the name. The name was given to us by somebody. So it's not a name which we called ourselves by, right? So why did this happen? This happens because when there is only one, it need not be named, right? When your mother says dad has come, there is no confusion about who has come. But when your mother says a brother has come, then you'll ask which brother. Or if your friend says Ramesh is coming, then you ask which Ramesh. Is it Ramesh from BPCL? Is it Ramesh Menon? Is it Ramesh Shankar? Right? So you will have many Rameshes, you need to tag them. Then you say, oh, Ramesh from Bangalore has come, or something like that, right? You tag that person. Now, I don't know how many of you know that the stock exchange in Mumbai did not have a name. It was just called the stock exchange. It did not need a name because there was only one stock exchange. Later on, many other stock exchanges were born, so this was rechristened as BSE. It became Bombay Stock Exchange. It is not originally called Bombay Stock Exchange, right? So that is how it is. So this religion was just a way of life, and we did not need a name for the religion. So how did we get all our sources of wisdom and all that? We got everything from the Vedas. So if you go to the Vedas, did Vyasa write the Vedas? Did he create the Vedas? No, he just split it into 4. So where does one say Hinduism was born? Because there is nothing called Hinduism as a religion, because it was just the way of life. You just lived like that. So you had the Vedas, you had the Bhagavad Gita, all that, but all of them have joined somewhere in between. Right? So where did the Vedas come from? Did the rishis create the Vedas? No, they also didn't. They were only witness to the Vedas rather than creator of the Vedas, right? So let me quote. Okay, that brings us to another question. What do we call ourselves? We have to call ourselves the Vedic religion, or even better, which is your religion? My religion is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is my religion, is the best way, I think, to describe ourselves. And I'm quoting all this from Paramacharya's work. And so if we look at the sources of our records, he says there is no name mentioned for our religion. So then this tagging didn't happen, because it was only one religion that we have. All other religions, like I said, have come from one man, right? So Hinduism cannot be traced to one person. So once we consider that ours is the oldest religion, this is what Shankaracharya says, when we consider it as our oldest religion existing since times immemorial, a question arises: who founded this religion? However, deep research shows that no one person could be identified. It is not Vyasa Muni, it is not Brahma Sutra, it is not Lord Krishna, it is not who gave us the Bhagavad Gita. But Vyasa Muni or Lord Krishna only quoted from the Vedas. So we can learn from the rishis who developed the mantras as founders of that religion. But they also say that these mantras were given but we were only witnessing it. We just got it from heaven. So it is largely believed that the Vedas can be the source of our religion, because we have to say we are a Vedic religion. This is the only thing common to all of Hinduism, and there are Hindus who reject the Vedas also, right? So in Hinduism includes them. So there are no rules that we live by. So you can only say, from where did this come? Where did the Vedas come? They say the Vedas came from the breath of the Lord. So if somebody were to ask you, if your children were to ask you, or somebody else were to ask you, you will have to explain it in a very difficult way, saying the Vedas came from the breath of the Lord, which these rishis could hear and interpret, and they just said it, like the rishi says that I did not create it, I am only witness to it. Right, so that is the richness of Hinduism. And is Hinduism a nice name for us? I don't know, but we have to give some name, because now there are more than one religion. So earlier, when before the birth of Christianity or Islam or Judaism or Jainism or Buddhism, you realize that there was no need for a name. Now that there are more religions, we have to give a name, and we have just accepted a name which was given to us by somebody, that's all. So have we created our own name? No. So if you want to give it a name, it has to be a Sanatana Dharma. So are you a Hindu? Yes, that's the name by which the world will identify me, because if I were to go somewhere and say which is your religion, and I say it is Sanatana Dharma, it's very difficult for people to understand what it means. We as Indians may understand what is Sanatana Dharma, and we understand that it is very valuable. But does everybody understand it that way? The answer is maybe no. So yes, we are called Hindus. Hindus is a name given to us by somebody. There is nothing right or wrong about the name, but it was not our name. It was a name given to us because we were on this side of the river Sindhu. That's all. So don't get carried away by the name Hindu. It is a religion, yes, it is a way of life. It does not have a book, it has a complete library. But you have to find out where you fit into it, because it's a very, very big way of life. Thank you.